think I've seen a game be this broken since Life of Black Tiger. Hello everyone, I am MechaRandom42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harvey. Oh, I think at least Black Tiger was kind of playable and it wasn't $60. It wasn't a AAA title. It didn't have the nerve to charge that much. Which one was Black Tiger? No, don't play music at me while I'm trying to load it up. It was this one. It was the one where you run around and you're a kitty cat and it's barely playable, no hit detection. It looks like an early CD game. One of those. Didn't they remove that from the PlayStation Store? That's why I was thinking about it recently, because, recently, we had an announcement. Recently isn't Cyberpunk has been removed entirely from the PlayStation Store now. It doesn't work on PlayStation 5. It doesn't work on PlayStation 4. It's a buggy, giant nightmare unless you're lucky enough to actually get it to run like on your own PC. I think the Xbox is having a lot better issues. Are you guys playing it? What are your issues that you guys are having? Sony has removed Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store entirely. It's also offering full refunds to anyone who has purchased the game digitally. That's better than they did for No Man's Sky. I saw No Man's Sky trending, and I wanted to talk about that one really, really quickly, because that one was the one where you were supposed to get in your little spaceship and go off and explore all these worlds, and you were going to have all these other players that you'd meet up with. And completely unfinished, another one, but at least that was a little bit more playable when they launched No Man's Sky, and they did make good, and I think Cyberpunk is probably going to make good on it too. I have no reason to doubt that they won't patch and fix the darn thing. They pulled it from the store. I have not seen this since like I said, you get one of these super buggy crap hole games that are barely even a full video game. Sony has announced it is removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store effective immediately and will issue full refunds to anyone who has purchased the game digitally via that shop front. The move follows a week of frustration for PlayStation users who are experiencing extremely poor performance and frequent crashes on the base PS4. Oh, Young Rippa was playing it on PS5, and he was having it crash as well. SIE strives to ensure a high level, Sony Interactive Entertainment, I imagine, to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via the PlayStation Store, Sony wrote. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice. As Tyler noted earlier this week, Cyberpunk 2077 is a bit of a mess on the PS4 and the base Xbox One. Please don't play that because I don't want to be copyrighted. It's not that it was built with certain hardware limitations in mind, but that it was seemingly built without those limitations in mind and then bashed into a shape that could actually run. The resolution lowered and the world depopulated, he wrote. That's bait and switch. That's where I come in. Because why didn't they just release it for the newer generation if they were going to have all these hardware issues? Why didn't they optimize it better? Why didn't they figure out a way? Oh, because they've hyped it for so long and everybody's so excited. And they were getting so much pushback from the fan base, from the gamers saying, no, we want this now. Stop pushing it back. And that's what happens. You kind of can't please everybody. And I get really, really wanting to play the game. I really get that, wanting a game to finally drop. I can't imagine it was an easy decision just to shove it out there. And I can see it working on like more PC related stuff because a lot of PC gamers tend to beef up their computers to a point where they can run pretty much anything and they exceed your needs because you want to kind of future-proof them for a couple of generations, or at least a little bit. But seriously, make a game that works. Just release a crapping game that works. Don't hype them so much. I think that's another one of the problems is that they like hype them way too much. At least Nintendo, when they release games, they keep them kind of secretive a little bit. You kind of hear maybe some rumors that they might be doing Mario Kart 8 or 9 rather is what they'd be on, the new Mario Kart. But then they kind of like, ooh, no, there's no Mario Kart game. They don't artificially inflate all this hype and then realize, oh crap, they don't count their chickens before they I keep using that as an analogy and I apologize for it. Following the game's rocky console launch, CD Projekt Red issued a statement promising further performance improvements, while also advising players to use the refund system. Wow. Go get a refund. Go get a refund. Well, they already made their money. And here's the thing with this. They already made all their money for development. They paid for development, advertising, marketing. They were in the clear just with the pre-orders alone. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to be hurting if they refund. Because how many people are just going to say, you know what, I already have it. I'm going to just wait until they patch it. I think a lot of people are. I don't see people wanting to just refund this just to rebuy it again later on, unless, they're going to rebuy it and it's a lot cheaper by the time they can actually get around to playing it. I don't know what I would do in this. I would probably just refund it, probably, because, or get it on a console that I know is going to run on, like, my PC. But then again, I'm not super duper rushing out to go and buy this game also, because I see what they do with AAA titles. For those seeking one, the problem is, until now, Sony's refund system doesn't quite work like that. Some customers have reported having their requests denied by Sony, while other customers have had success. Whatever the case, you can definitely get a refund now if you're on PlayStation. Instructions are here, and they provide a link. What's more interesting is that you can no longer buy the game digitally on that platform. Hold tight to see if Microsoft follows suit. Yeah, they haven't pulled it from the Xbox store yet, and it's still available on Steam if you want to purchase it there. I've seen it far less. If you just scroll through the comments, yeah, you still have a lot of positive. It's buggy and it feels poorly optimized. I still sunk 40 hours in. That's one of the top reviews. Needs to be optimized. Great game needs polishing. Here we go. Here's a negative. Let me just start by saying that if you like this game, you've won the argument by virtue of enjoying something that I'm struggling to. If you're having fun, that's great. If you're bestowed with the world, that's fair, and you're not wrong. Nothing like this review is intended to piss off the hive. I just have to write about the impressions I honestly feel. Okay, so he goes on to say, Cyberpunk2077 is a game that is unforgivably marred by one thing and one thing only, over-promotion. A thesis could be written on how audacious Cyberpunk's marketing team has been. The hype train is, of course, not all CD Projekt Red's fault, but the false promises are releasing too early and expecting you to pay £50 for the privilege of being an unofficial beta tester. Look, I work in marketing, so I know how it goes. But when you promise so much and know you can't deliver on it and change your marketing material in order to refer to the game as an action adventure rather than an RPG before release, well, it doesn't sit right with me. And that's kind of one of the problems with this game, too, is anytime you have, like, fandoms, anytime you have... I see the same type of stuff in the entertainment industry, especially between, like, Snyder fans, or you'll have Star Trek fans, or you'll have a lot of people who just are a fan of something. And there's nothing wrong with being just a fan of something. But I agree. They should have waited until this was a little bit more finished. They should not have... And I know I'm cutting that review short because I don't want to sit here and just read his whole entire review, but if you want to, over there on Steam, or, friend me on Steam, I think I'm MechaRandom42 over there. These game companies really need to do better, and if you can't produce the game that you're promising, you have to hold some sort of press conference and say, hey, here's the deal. We have this game. We're really working on optimizing it. We were designing it for higher end, and now we're kind of realizing, oh crap, I don't think they should have released it on PS4. I really don't. I think they should have just focused on newer gen and it been a launch title, and that's it. Put it on the newest gen launch title and PC. Because, PC's best. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Holy missing relatives.